The sponge slipped from my hand and hit the concrete with a wet slap. I just stood there, my fingers dripping with soapy water, staring at the postcard the mailman had dropped into the pile of bills and grocery flyers. The sun was blazing down, and the car's hood shimmered with heat, but I couldn't feel anything except the cold rush crawling up my spine. It was her handwriting. Neat, careful cursive I knew better than my own. Tom. By the time you read this, I'll be in Italy, with him. Don't look for me. I need more than what you could ever give me. I deserve to be alive again. Anna. Alive again. That phrase lodged in my chest like a knife. For a moment I thought it was a cruel prank. My wife Anna wasn't cruel. She was careful, thoughtful, the kind of woman who folded my shirts with military precision and kissed me every morning before work. We'd been married for 12 years. We had routines, inside jokes, plans for the fall. Fixing up the kitchen, maybe finally trying for kids. But her words on that postcard, short, sharp, merciless, made the whole life I thought we had collapse in a second. I leaned against the car, chest heaving. A neighbor waved as he walked his dog, but I couldn't move my hand to wave back. All I could see was Anna's looping A, the flourish at the end of her name. She was gone. With someone else. And she hadn't even told me face to face. Looking back, there were signs. I see them now as if they were lit with neon. Anna had been working late more often. She claimed her firm was handling a new client from Europe. She'd come home flushed, a little too bright, like she was carrying a secret that made her feel alive. I chalked it up to stress, maybe excitement at a project going well. Once, I'd noticed her suitcase wasn't in the closet. She brushed it off. I took it to the dry cleaners. I didn't question it. Why would I? She was my wife. That's the thing about trust. It blinds you until it cuts you open. That night I couldn't sit still. The postcard sat on the counter like a bomb. I dialed her cell again and again, but it went straight to voicemail. Anna, it's me. What is this? Tell me this isn't real. Please. No response. I tried her sister Rachel. Tom. She answered, groggy. It's late, what's wrong? I swallowed, my throat dry. Did Anna say anything to you? About going somewhere? Rachel hesitated. She mentioned maybe taking a trip. Why? A trip with who? I demanded, voice cracking. Her silence told me enough. She knew something. Or at least suspected. Rachel, I whispered, she left me. She's gone. To Italy. With someone. There was a sharp inhale on the other end. Oh my God. That night I didn't sleep. I walked the house, each room echoing with her absence. The kitchen table where we shared Sunday pancakes. The couch dented with her shape. The closet half empty now that I looked properly. I found her perfume on the dresser, the bottle half full. The scent hit me like a memory I couldn't escape. Our first date, her smile across candlelight, the way she laughed when I spilled wine on my shirt. All of it, 12 years, burned down by a postcard. The next day I called her office. Anna. Oh, she's on vacation, her assistant chirped. Vacation where? I asked, gripping the phone so tight my knuckles whitened. Europe, I think. Didn't she tell you? I almost laughed. Didn't she tell me? I hung up before my anger boiled over. Then I checked our bank accounts. My stomach dropped when I saw the charges. Airline tickets, hotels in Florence, Rome, Venice. Booked weeks ago. She'd planned it all carefully, methodically, while still kissing me goodbye every morning. And there it was. The name of the second passenger on the ticket. Michael Grant. Her coworker. A smooth-talking consultant I'd met once at a company party. He'd shaken my hand and said, "You're a lucky guy," with a smile I now understood as a smirk. I thought about calling him, screaming into the phone. But what good would that do? They were already gone, sipping wine under Italian sunsets while I was left scrubbing soap off a half-washed car. Instead I went to see Rachel. She opened the door in sweatpants, eyes red. "Tom, I'm so sorry." "She told you, didn't she?" asked. Rachel shook her head. "Not directly. But I knew something was off. She kept talking about feeling trapped, like her life was suffocating her. I thought she was just stressed. I laughed bitterly. Suffocating. We had a good life, didn't we? Rachel's eyes filled with pity, the kind that hurt more than anger. Sometimes good isn't enough for people, Tom. The following weeks blurred into each other. I stopped shaving, stopped eating properly. Friends texted, but I ignored them. Work became unbearable. I couldn't focus on spreadsheets when all I could see was Anna's handwriting. At night, I imagined her with him. Her laughter, the softness of her hair, her touch. All the things that had been mine, now given freely to someone else. That thought hollowed me out more than anything. 6 weeks later she came back. I heard the door open while I was sitting in the dark living room. The click of her heels, the rustle of her suitcase. She stopped when she saw me. Tom. Her voice was soft, almost guilty. I stood. My body shook, but my voice was steady. Why? She dropped her eyes. Because I couldn't breathe anymore. With you it felt like I was slowly disappearing. Choked on my words. And running off with him, that's your solution. A damn postcard instead of a conversation. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't know how else to do it. I was scared. Scared of me. I barked a laugh. Or scared of losing your little adventure. She flinched but didn't argue. We sat across from each other for hours. She spoke about passion, about how Michael made her feel alive, spontaneous, free. She said with me, everything was predictable, safe but suffocating. I listened, every word slicing me open. When she finally whispered, I'm sorry, but I can't undo what I've done, I knew the truth. Our marriage was over. I told her to pack the rest of her things and leave. No screaming, no begging. Just finality. She looked at me one last time, her face streaked with tears. You're a good man, Tom. I hope you find someone who sees that. And then she was gone. The silence afterward was unbearable. But in that silence, I found something I hadn't expected. Clarity. She didn't leave because I wasn't enough. She left because she wasn't enough. For herself, for the life she claimed to want. She chased a thrill, and maybe one day she'd realize thrills burn out. Me. I was left with scars, yes. But also with the knowledge that I'd loved fully, honestly, and without deceit. And that meant one day I could love again. Months later, I finally threw away the postcard. Not because I forgot, but because I didn't need it to remind me of what I'd lost. As I dropped it into the trash, I whispered, alive again, huh? And shook my head. Because while she searched for life in fleeting escapes, I was still here, learning how to live honestly, painfully, but fully. And maybe, just maybe, that was the truest way to be alive.